So we're going to talk about inequalities, and that just means that things are unequal. So in this case, we've got x is greater than or equal to 4. The little line underneath, it's only one part of the equal sign, but it just means greater than or equal to. So in this case, x is bigger, and we know that because the mouth always faces the bigger number. So it's facing the x must be bigger than 4. To show this on a graph, we're just going to find 4, we're going to make a dot, and all the numbers that are bigger than 4, we just draw an arrow. Everything that goes forever to infinity. This example here has two numbers. The x is in between -4 and -2. Now you'll notice that there's no equal sign here, but there is here, and we show that using a white dot instead of a black dot. So from -4, x is bigger, the mouth is facing the x, but the x is smaller than the -2. So it's everything in between -4 and -2. The line means a black dot. This means -2 is included, -4 is not included in this group. And the last one, we have two different ones. And the reason why is because we have a gap in the middle. So x is less than 3, we find 3, white dot because there's no equal sign, and it's everything smaller than 3. But we could also have bigger than 5. X is greater than 5. So we find 5, a white dot, because there's no line underneath, and everything bigger than 5. So we could have between two dots, or we could have on the outside of two dots, and we'll see that often in this chapter. So now we're going to do some algebra with the inequalities, and it works almost identical to normal algebra with an equal sign. So we've got to isolate the x. We're going to start with the 8. The opposite of 8 is +8, and we do it to both sides. The greater than sign stays where it is, and we just keep going. We move the 2 over by dividing. Always do the opposite. So our final answer is x is greater than 17/2, or 8.5. So it's just algebra, we just keep the sign as is. Right here, we've got the same thing, the 4 and the 3. We always start with the adding, subtracting. And my final answer, x is less than or equal to -3. This one's a little different, and I'm going to go through it and see if you can spot the change. Be careful with this one. The 25, there's an invisible plus sign, so I'm going to subtract it. Do not get fooled by this minus sign. That minus sign sticks with the 7. And to get rid of this, I divide by -7. Like that. And I did one thing that's different. Notice that the sign switched directions. Every single time I divide or multiply by a negative number, the sign switches direction. It's basically you're moving the x's to the other side, so that means you have to move this. You have to switch directions. So that's the one key thing with the negatives. Doesn't matter if the negative's over here, it matters if you divide or multiply by a negative number. So now let's try and show this on a number line. So we've got show x is less than equal 5 on the line. So draw a circle at 5. It's going to be a darkened circle because there's an equal sign, and I need less than. So everything less than is that direction. Try this one on your own. Pause your video and then check your answer. So this one, -2, and I want greater than, and it's a white dot because there's no equal sign. So now we have two examples. You're going to do the same thing, try it out on your own, and then check the answers. So I get my answer, x is greater than 30. So I'm going to make my number line and I'm going to show it on the number line. So 30, and I want greater, like that. This one has a little trick. There's 2 of them. So if I add 2, I have to add 2 to every section, because we're basically doing it to this and this side at the same time. Now divide by 3. And I know I'm done because now the middle is the x. There's no number mixed in with the letter. So I'm going to 5, and it has a line, so I'm going to do a black dot to -1, no equal sign, and everything in between. X is between -1 and 5. So try graphing these and then check your answers when you're done. And this one I want you to change a little typo if you have it.